Okay, 1902. Good luck. We have played once before, as you can see there. The opponent has how many? 30,000 games of rapid. Wow, that's a lot of rapid chess. Let's just challenge for the center here. See how he wants to play it. How do we want to do this? I'm going to get the bishop out and then go. I'm not going to play g3 this game, just for some variety's sake. I'd normally do g3, keep it traditional Reti style. Well, that gives me a chance to take, but it's probably fine for my opponent. So I'll just develop. If I go here, you've got to be careful in some lines about allowing this. So I'm just going to go here for now, castle, and trust that I'm not getting my bishop trapped. If I am, I am. But, right, what do? We need to start coming up with some ideas now. So let's try and gain some space and then bring the knight out behind the pawn. Okay, kicks the bishop back. It was kind of wanting to come back over anyway. It just depends how aggressive my opponent is now as to whether I need to try and come up with a bailout square, if it's possible, of course. Right, so let's play up here so we can challenge going forward. Well, that does allow us to take. He'll get a pawn across. We could just play knight forward, I think, here. Can we play knight up here and pressure this pawn immediately, though? So, knight to b5. What does he do there? If he pushes, I think we can just take. Maybe he has to play knight back, but maybe that's perfectly fine. Knight up, knight back. I'm going to just develop the rook. Knight up might be a move, but I think he's got knight back. He's a little bit bogged down, but I think he's basically fine. So I'll just take my pawn back there. Well, now he's come forward. He's playing this very quickly. So again, can I take, pawn takes, and knight up now? How does he then guard this pawn? I feel like he's played a little bit quick there, so I'm going to go after this pawn. Let's go forward and hit the pawn. Doesn't mean I'm going to take the pawn, even though I can, because I might get a piece trapped. But bishop takes is probably the logical move now, because we get a tempo attacking the queen. So bishop takes is my next candidate move. We get a tempo attacking the queen, but we then need to shift the bishop somewhere. So yeah, he's lost the pawn. So can I take and go here? Knight takes, bishop takes, takes, queen takes. But if I take with the knight, if he moves the rook, then I just drop back anywhere. So if I take with the knight, he's going to play pawn down. So yeah, I'm going to go with the bishop. I just have to hope I don't get my bishop trapped. Maybe I can even go to d6. Depends where his queen goes. It'll probably be one of these. Oh, he's gone back there. So he actually invites me to go forward here. And surely I can just trade then. I'd rather play knight up and trade the knight and then go there. That would be better actually, wouldn't it? But knight up, if he kicks my knight here, I think I'm still safe to come back. I don't think my bishop is trapped. I'm going to play knight up because I want to come here and trade the bishop. Whether it's good or bad, we'll find out. But I am threatening to take the knight. But maybe he's just got a simple rook up. Maybe I've gone wrong there. Or have I? I think I'm okay to take the knight now. What about knight back first, attacking this pawn? That just gives him development, doesn't it? I'm going to take. I'm wondering whether I need to take here, but obviously this knight's under attack. But I can get a tempo dropping the bishop back. So I'm going to do that and leave the knight hanging. And I want to take this bishop. Okay, oh, now that allows me to play knight in. And I get rid of the other bishop as well. Or at least I think I do. But I can take this bishop and attack the rook. So if I take this bishop, he takes here. That's no good. I'm going to take here and attack the rook, attack the bishop. And I'm probably going to take here. I think I'm better here. So I see no reason not to capture. And now I see no reason not to take here. I mean, this is a little bit weak, but we are a pawn up. So a move like queen up guards the pawn and puts pressure on these pawns, but it does put me slightly offside a little bit. Very slightly offside a little bit. I'm actually going to play rook up, so I've got the option to come behind, come across, see where he targets, because I might have to play a move like f3, which is not something I really want to play. But he might put a lot of pressure on the pawn. This gives me flexibility to target this, try and guard this. Maybe we can come across somehow. Oh, let's get the cursor off the board so there's no accidental slips. Oh, so he's played queen across, okay. If I play a move like queen up, he can take here, but I take here. I have pawn up with a tempo attacking the rook, and where does the rook want to go? I think I should play up here. Hold on, maybe I need this first, I'm not sure. I'm going to go here. I know it's offering a pawn, but it is for a pawn, but you'll have an isolated passed pawn. If you can keep it, it could be very dangerous. Sometimes it's the quality of your pawns, not how many of them you have. G3 I'd like. Okay, he's dropped backs, but this is where I'm thinking I might need a move like f3 at some point. Take pressure off so I can release my rook. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do f3. He has got this, so I might need h3 as well. He might fly everything down the board. I'm trying to release the rook up. Even come across and then triple stack here, but... Oh, he has done that immediately. Okay. That feels a bit bold to me. How do we do this? How do we do it? Can I just ignore and push, or even go G3? If you take, I take, you take, I take, you take. That's no good. Up here, if you take, I take, you take, I take. That's no good either. Queen across invites rook across, so I don't like the look of that. So I'm settling on queen up, I think. Actually, but queen here allows me to take, doesn't it? I'm going to go here because I guard the rook and I'm threatening to then capture. And if he takes, I'm safe to take back. It's very risky pushing your f-pawn like this. Okay, now I think I'm okay to take. So I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to take there as well. Now, how do I deal with this? Queen across threatens to pin the queen. And that feels like it should be good for me. So queen across, say rook over. We can pin the queen so there's no checkmate. If he takes, I take. What does he do? Does he defend? I might be getting my pawn a bit advanced and a bit lost. Maybe I need h3 to challenge the pawn. That feels better. h3, rook across, queen across. Hold on, what's wrong with queen across immediately, actually, just to attack the pawn? That would allow him here, wouldn't it? I'm going to play h3. It might be a mistake, but if he pushes now, I simply take the pawn. I want to give the queen the king an option to move away and the queen to get behind the pawn. It's not easy, this, not easy. Rook across is very natural. But right now I'm covering this back square. I'm giving the king a bailout square. I'm threatening to actually just capture the pawn, even if it is dubious. So we can potentially take, we can potentially come across, but king over, say checks. If I block, if he takes, I can take and get the queen off. And that feels like I'm doing all right. So I'm looking at king up. If he takes, though, I can't take back, so that's a problem. That's a bit of a problem. If I take and he comes here and I go across, he's got rook over. So I might be messing this one up. Might be messing this one up. So I think I need queen across. I'm threatening to go here and pin the queen. If he checks, I step up. If he takes, maybe I have to then start throwing checks in. Not an easy position. Obviously, if he does check, I've only got one legal move, so I don't need to think about that. It's the only move I can play. If he takes, I have to decide if I can take with the queen, but I'd probably throw a queen check in first. If he goes this way, he gets pinned. If he goes this way, I take with a check. But this is a very easy position to go wrong, and I'm so far down on the clock. My opponent's played a lot quicker than I have. So 3.5 minutes, actually I'm miles down on the clock. So if I lose my extra pawn, or worse, 2 pawns, then it's going to be very difficult to turn around. Even queen up to pin the queen, I don't know if that's good or bad for me. My pawn might get too far advanced, then not be protectable. Well, let's see what my opponent does. Obviously, I'll have to play quickly at some point soon. Whoa, king forward. Now that's not a move that I was considering. That's not a move I thought he would play. What on earth do I do to that? Takes, he just takes. That's no good. Can I play a move like rook back? I don't think I can. I can play rook down one to come across, I think. Rook down, check. I still go here. And I can play a rook across here, can't I? Everything could trade off. I'm going to go here with a view to coming across. But my rook's not guarded now, so it could be a risk if I've made a mistake. Here, here. If he checks, I still take with a check. If he takes, I still play queen check, I think. And I'm threatening rook across to do something about this whole file. Oh, he has played there to attack the rook. Okay. So now if I go across, he throws a check in. Ah, but now I can take with a check, right? I can grab a pawn. Now I'm threatening to take another one. Depends where his king goes. Oh, he has to trade off, so that should be better for me. I don't have a check now. I'm going to take the rook. Okay, but now I can grab another pawn. Oh, he's just resigned, yeah, he's just resigned. So that's a very good win.